Being live streamed. Okay.
All right, there we go. We are on YouTube now. So let's see what that link is to share. There we go. Okay, so let me go back to here, and then I gotta put the volume down on this one because oh my goodness, what is going on here?
You're under an armpit.
Let me see if it's still happening, because or if I have to like do it again. Okay, it's still going. So I'm gonna send you the link. Give me just a moment. And then I'm gonna show you the description and then we'll start, okay? So we can
All
share.
right. Yeah, good.
So let me find you here. Here's the link. And this is the description we can use.
Are you sending it in Messenger here?
Yep. A messenger and yeah, right there. It's called the Solar Arboretum, a shamanic journey to the upper world. Okay, and I'm gonna
There.
go ahead and copy this over here and make a post and then put
For 12.
the description on it,
What a name.
and then I'll put it, then I'll share it here. All right. And then I'm about to share it to a couple rooms and then we'll start.
Okay, great. I'm trying to share this out now. Copy.
Public, I'm making it public. Okay, so let me see. Okay, sharing out. Let's see if I got any shares left for today. I do. Because I forgot this thing doesn't like it when I share too much. It puts
Really?
limits. Yeah, it puts limits on me. I'm like, okay. Okay, so I'm sharing to all the appropriate rooms here that hopefully appreciate what's going on here and share it.
Let me share my personal page too.
All righty. And then one more here. What was that? Oh, that was not a bit. Oh, we'll share it there. Let me see. Oh, yeah, it got approved in a couple places. Alrighty. So, alrighty. So if you want to put your thing on mute, anyone that's not on mute, please. Um, I don't know how many people we have here. I think it's just you and me. Yeah, just you and me right now.
For now,
On the Zoom call, and then whoever else is joining the live call. Can you hear me well?
I can hear you.
Awesome. Okay. So, all right. So, if you're on mute,
I'm on
yeah.
mute.
Okay, I can still hear you. There we go. Now I can hear you. All right. So, we're gonna start by honoring the directions and our guides and stuff. So, I'm gonna go ahead and close this curtain a little bit. to give us some intimacy. And you can face the different directions if you want while you're doing this, or you can just stay right where you are. Since I'm reading, then I can't move, but I normally would move and face the different directions to honor them. So we now honor the East, the sacred place of illumination, awakening, and divine vision. We honor the rising currents of consciousness and the first light that opens the pathways between worlds. May the winds of higher perception move through our minds and spirits, clearing confusion, fear, distraction, and limitation. May the gates of insight open before us as we prepare to journey beyond ordinary awareness into the celestial realms. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We now honor the South, the sacred fires of transformation, purification, vitality, sacred movement. May the living flame within the soul awaken fully and burn away any heaviness, stagnation, emotional burdens, and the patterns that no longer serve our growth. May courage rise within every one of us as spirit prepares to move beyond old boundaries and enter deeper states of healing and renewal. Thank you, Sal. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We now honor the West, the sacred waters of intuition, dreams, memory, surrender, and emotional healing. We honor the deep, unseen currents that move beneath the surface of consciousness and guide the soul through time transformation. May the waters cleanse grief, pain, exhaustion, and sorrow. May the dream pathways open gently and safely as we prepare to receive messages, visions, symbols, and guidance from the upper world and the celestial realms beyond. Thank you, Wes. Thank you. We now honor the North, the sacred realm of wisdom, endurance, grounding, and ancient knowledge. We honor the ancestors, the wisdom keepers, the sacred mountains, and the timeless intelligence that is carried through spirit and earth. May we remain protected, stable, and centered as we journey between worlds. May the ancient teachings strengthen our spirit and anchor the wisdom that we receive into the reality of our lives. Thank you, North. We honor the above, Father Sky, the stars, the celestial realms, and the luminous beings who guide the pathways of higher consciousness. We honor the radiant intelligences, the overlighting spirits, the cosmic guardians, the sacred frequencies flowing throughout the universe. May the heavens open gently before us. May divine light descend through every layer of our being. May we become receptive to healing, guidance, remembrance, and recognition from the celestial realms and the upper shamanic world. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We now honor the below, Mother Earth, the sacred womb of creation, the roots of life, and the deep intelligence held within the living earth. We honor the stones, the water beneath us, the heartbeat of the planet, and the ancient nurturing force that sustains all existence. May we remain grounded and protected as our consciousness expands. May the Mother hold and stabilize every transformation taking place within this sacred ceremony. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We now honor the heart, the sacred center where all directions become one, where there is no religion, where there is nothing but consciousness and love. We honor the eternal flame of compassion, truth, healing, remembrance, and connection that lives within every soul. May the heart become the bridge through which all worlds communicate. May love guide this journey beyond fear and separation. May harmony restore what has become fragmented, and may the sacred center within us awaken fully to the divine presence that is moving through all things. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We now honor our guides, helping spirits, enlightened teachers, ancestors, and benevolent guardians who walk beside us through the seen and unseen realms. We ask that only those aligned with truth, healing, compassion, wisdom, and the highest good enter this sacred space. Stand beside us as protectors, interpreters, healers, and companions as we prepare to cross beyond the ordinary world into the sacred pathways of spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We honor our animal totems and spirit allies, the ancient intelligences that move between worlds with instinct, awareness, grace, and power. Walk beside us now and guide our steps through the realms beyond sight. Help us navigate the spiritual pathways with clarity, protection, balance, and wisdom. May your medicine awaken remembrance within our souls and reconnect us to the sacred harmony between humanity, spirit, nature, and the cosmos. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you all for being here tonight and for joining us. You're all sacred to me as well. Thank you. Now, together, we gather before the great Axis Mundi, the sacred pillar connecting the realms above, below, within, and beyond. The great cosmic tree rises before us, rooted deep within the sacred heart of the Mother, while its luminous branches extend into the infinite celestial realms of the Father. Its roots carry the memory of the earth. Its trunk carries the balance of worlds. Its branches carry the light of the stars. Here the worlds intersect. Here the veil becomes thin. Here the rainbow bridge begins to appear before us. And as we prepare to cross the bridge through the electromagnetic spectrum, we open ourselves to the sacred frequencies of healing, color, vibration, light, and higher remembrance. Each layer of light becomes a pathway for restoration. Each color becomes a living current of consciousness.
Each frequency becomes a key unlocking deeper harmony within the body, mind, spirit, and soul. So together, we now prepare to journey into the upper world and the celestial realms for clearing, healing, insight, recognition, and spiritual renewal. So may all that is misaligned come into harmony. May all that is burdened become lightened. May all that is wounded move toward healing. And may all that is forgotten be remembered once more. Before us, we have the great Axis Mundi in its fullest living majesty, impossibly vast beyond ordinary scale or language. Its roots descend into luminous depths beneath creation, while its branches disappear upward into the oceans of stars, constellations, nebulae, and radiant celestial currents moving like rivers through the heavens. The bark of the great world tree appears ancient yet alive, covered in flowing geometries of gold, silver, sapphire, emerald, and violet light that pulse light breath like breathtaking, like breathing veins, carrying consciousness itself through the worlds. The air surrounding the tree vibrates softly with sacred harmonic resonance. Every breath feels fuller, clearer, and more alive. The atmosphere itself carries intelligence. Light bends gently around the great trunk as though reality itself recognizes this place as a central pillar through which all realms remain connected. Together, we walk toward the Axis Mundi slowly and reverently. And as we approach, we bow before it in sacred respect. We ground beneath our feet. The ground beneath our feet, rather, responds immediately. Rings of luminous energy ripple outward through the earth like waves across still water. Above us, the branches of the cosmic tree begin to move with no wind, though no wind can be felt. Entire constellations appear to rotate gently through its leaves. Starlight pours downward through the canopy like radiant rain. Then silence descends. From the high golden branches of the tree, a vast celestial goose emerges. Its wingspan stretches across the luminous canopy like a living constellation unfolding through the heavens. Feathers shimmer with iridescent white gold, opal blues, soft solar fire, and rainbow prisms moving through each plume like living frequencies. Its eyes are ancient and compassionate, reflecting entire galaxies within them. As it descends slowly towards us, the atmosphere becomes still with reverence. The great celestial goose lands gracefully before the roots of the Axis Mundi. Its presence feels primordial, wise, and eternal. Then gently, with sacred intention, it lays a luminous golden egg before us. The egg radiates warmth and harmonic resonance. Excuse me. Sacred symbols slowly rotate across its surface like moving inscriptions of light. At its center, carved into the shell, in radiant letters, is a single word: enter. And as we approach the golden egg together, the shell begins to unfold rather than crack. Layers of gold separate like sacred petals opening in slow motion. Light pours outward in soft streams as an entrance appears within the egg itself. Inside is not a chamber, but rather a vessel. An impossible celestial vessel, far larger within than the egg appeared from the outside, existing beyond ordinary geometry and proportion. We now step forward together across a bridge of luminous crystalline light and enter its interior. Notice the atmosphere inside as it feels alive with superconscious awareness. The vessel is elegant beyond human architecture, blending sacred geometry, celestial technology, organic intelligence, and living light into one harmonious structure. It is vast, with curved halls that extend infinitely upward, formed from translucent materials that resemble crystalline pearl, flowing gold, liquid moonstone, and luminous glass. The surfaces gently pulse as though breathing. The windows surround the vessel everywhere. And these are not ordinary windows, but vast living observatories that open directly into the cosmos itself. Entire galaxies drift beyond them. Nebulae unfold like living paintings. Constellations move slowly through oceans of deep sapphire space. Solar winds ripple across distant stars. Some windows reveal higher dimensions, where colors unknown to ordinary sight move like fluid consciousness through geometric fields of living intelligence. Others reveal planetary systems, celestial temples, radiant beings, and immense cosmic forests growing within starlight itself. Excuse me. So the vessel continuously expands the deeper we travel within it. What first appeared as corridors become cathedral-like passageways stretching into luminous infinity. Spiral stairways of crystalline light ascend upward around central pillars of flowing energy. Floating bridges connect levels that suspend over vast inner chambers filled with stars, gardens of light, flowing luminous waters, and harmonic spheres that rotate slowly through the air. At the center of the vessel rises a great vertical column of radiant energy that connects all of the 7 levels. This is the ascent path. Superconsciousness itself begins guiding the journey now, not as a voice alone, but as a living field of higher awareness moving through the vessel and through every one of us here tonight. Our thoughts become clearer, our emotions are becoming lighter, and the heart is opening naturally. Each step upward feels like entering deeper states of remembrance. So we ascend. And as we do into the first level, the vessel becomes immersed with deep violet radiance. The frequency of spiritual vision, intuition, higher perception, and transcendence. The windows surrounding us shimmer with ultraviolet currents that flow through the stars like rivers of consciousness beyond ordinary sight. Sacred geometric patterns pulse softly through the chamber as though the vessel itself is awakening our inner perception. From the luminous upper arches descends the snowy owl. Its feathers shimmer with violet silver light, and its eyes hold the stillness of infinite awareness. Together we bow and we speak. O sacred guardian of vision and violet flame, keeper of higher sight and spiritual perception, help us move beyond illusion, confusion, distortion, and fear. Open the inner eyes so we may perceive truth clearly as we journey through the sacred spectrum of consciousness. The owl now spreads its wings. Violet light pours gently into the crown and third eye of each one of us here. Our mind quiets. Our thoughts slow. Perception deepens beyond ordinary awareness. Then the snowy owl offers us its blessing. A luminous violet feather descends before each one of us. It carries the gift of clear sight and higher perception. The violet rays awaken spiritual vision and alignment with higher consciousness. The owl joins us. So we now start to rise to the second level, where the vessel becomes filled with flowing indigo light. The stars beyond the windows appear deeper and more mysterious, like oceans of infinite memory and intuition. Indigo currents move across the crystalline walls like sacred waters of inner knowing. From the radiant forest emerges the white stag. Its antlers glow with indigo starlight like branches extending between dimensions. So together we bow and we speak. O sacred guardian of the inner path and indigo wisdom, help us trust the deep knowing of the soul. Guide us beyond uncertainty and restore alignment with our sacred direction and spiritual purpose. The white stag lowers its antlers toward us. Indigo light enters the mind and the heart together, bringing calm clarity and intuitive recognition. Then the white stag offers us its blessing. Each one of us here tonight receives a crystalline indigo seed of light, which carries the gift of sacred direction and intuitive guidance. The indigo ray strengthens trust in the soul's path and the wisdom carried within. So the stag joins us. As we now ascend to the third level, where the vessel becomes immersed in radiant blue frequencies. Vast celestial waters move through the chamber like flowing harmonic waves. Beyond the windows, blue stars pulse softly like living songs carried across the cosmos. Then the great whale appears. Its body glows with sapphire constellations and luminous blue resonance. So together we bow and we speak. O sacred guardian of resonance and blue waters, keeper of emotional healing, truth, and sacred expression, help us release grief, sorrow, suppression, and emotional burden. Restore flow, honesty, harmony, and peace within the waters of the soul. The whale sings, and blue frequencies ripple through the throat, heart, nervous system, and emotional body. All pain begins dissolving into the cosmic current. Then the whale offers us its blessing. A glowing blue sphere rises above each one of us. It is carrying the gift of sacred resonance and emotional harmony. The blue ray restores truth, expression, healing, communication, and emotional flow. So the whale joins us now. As we now rise to the fourth level, where the vessel becomes filled with radiant green light. Living emerald currents move through the air like forests made of frequency and breath. The chamber itself feels alive with restoration and balance. From the emerald radiance steps the wolf. Its eyes glow softly with green silver light and deep sacred intelligence. Together we bow and we speak. O sacred guardian of green balance and sacred connection, keeper of unity, protection, and healing harmony, help us gather the fragmented parts of ourselves into wholeness. Restore balance between mind, body, spirit, earth, and soul. The wolf circles the group and joins us. Green light moves gently through the heart center and throughout the energetic body. Separation softens. Inner harmony begins returning. Then the wolf offers us its blessing. Each one of us here tonight receives a silver green thread of luminous light. It is carrying the gift of sacred connection and inner coherence. The green ray restores healing, balance, compassion, unity, and belonging. So now, with the company of the wolf, we ascend into the 5th level, where the vessel becomes immersed in radiant yellow gold frequencies. Solar light pours through every window like rivers of living sunlight. The air grows warm and empowering from the solar brilliance which emerges from which emerges the golden lion. Its mane bursts with radiant golden fire. So together we bow and we speak. O sacred guardian of the yellow solar flame, keeper of courage, sovereignty, confidence, and sacred power, help us release fear, doubt, weakness, and self-limitation. Strengthen our spirit so that we may stand fully in truth and higher alignment. So the lion breathes golden sunlight into the solar plexus of each one of us here tonight. Warmth spreads through the body. Fear starts to loosen. Confidence starts to awaken. Then the lion offers us its blessing. A radiant golden solar sigil appears upon the body of each one of us here tonight, carrying the gift of sacred courage and empowered will. The yellow ray restores vitality, confidence, trust in self, and spiritual strength. The lion joins us as we rise to the 6th level, where the vessel becomes filled with radiant orange living frequencies of flowing liquid light that spread through the different celestial geometries that make up this realm. The atmosphere vibrates with transformation, creativity, life force, and sacred motion. Then the dragon emerges from spiraling currents of orange emerald light. Its scales shimmer with living symbols and flowing energetic intelligence. Together we bow and we speak. O sacred guardian of the orange flame and sacred transformation, keeper of creative life force and liberation, help us release all contracts, inherited burdens, limitations, fears, and energetic chains that no longer serve the soul. Transform all distortion into wisdom, vitality, and freedom. So threads of old energetic agreements appear before us. The dragon breathes radiant orange fire across them. The chains dissolve while their lessons remain integrated in wisdom. Then the dragon offers us its blessing. Each participant receives a radiant geometric key formed from living orange light. It carries the gift of sacred transformation and creative power. The orange ray restores movement, creativity, liberation, passion, and energetic renewal. The dragon joins us now as we ascend to the 7th level, where the vessel becomes immersed in radiant red and rainbow plasma light. The atmosphere feels alive with sacred fire, rebirth, grounding, vitality, and ascension all at once. The electromagnetic spectrum itself appears fully awakened around us, flowing through every layer of the vessel like living consciousness. Then the phoenix descends. Its wings are formed from red golden flame, rainbow fire, and eternal renewal. So together we bow and we speak. Sacred guardian of the red flame and eternal renewal, keeper of rebirth, vitality, grounding, and ascension, help us release the final remnants of fear, shame, exhaustion, limitation, and old identity. May we rise renewed, purified, strengthened, and aligned with the highest truth that our soul can carry. The phoenix circles above us, and red gold sparks descend into every living center of energy throughout the physical body itself. Strength returns, life force awakens, the soul becomes luminous and whole. Then the phoenix offers us its blessing. Each one of us receives a radiant ember of eternal flame, carrying the gift of sacred renewal and ascended vitality. The red ray restores grounding, embodiment, life force, courage to live fully, and spiritual rebirth. So the phoenix joins us. Now all 7 sacred companions stand with us as embodiments of the living electromagnetic spectrum of consciousness itself. The owl of higher sight, violet. The stag of sacred direction, indigo. The whale of resonance, blue. The wolf of healing unity, green. The lion of solar courage, yellow. The dragon of transformation, orange. And the phoenix of renewal and life force, red. Together, they carry the blessings, frequencies, colors, gifts, and awakenings of every level we approach as we get closer to the solar Arboretum gate. Before us, the gate appears and begins to awaken. Its living golden branches unfold slowly, woven with vines of sunlight, crystalline leaves, star flowers, and radiant symbols that move as if they are breathing. Every color we have traveled through now gathers upon the gate. Violet vision, indigo wisdom, blue resonance, green healing, yellow courage, and orange transformation. Also, red renewal spirals together into one luminous spectrum. So we stand in reverence as the 7 animal companions gather around us. The gate opens. From within the radiance, the great council of light appears. They do not arrive as strangers. They arrive as ancient witnesses. Their forms are luminous, elegant, and vast, yet gentle enough for the heart to receive. Some appear as beings of starlight, some as robed elders of solar flame, some as angelic presences with eyes like galaxies. Some are felt more than seen, like intelligences made of compassion, truth, and perfect balance. They extend their hands toward us as they invite us through. So now, as we pass beyond the solar Arboretum gate, we enter a celestial garden unlike anything the ordinary world can hold. Trees of light rise into a golden sky. Their leaves are made of living colors, and their fruits glow with memory, healing, and encoded wisdom. Streams of liquid sunlight flow through the garden, and every flower opens in response to our presence. The air itself feels holy here. It carries the fragrance of rain, stars, roses, cedar, honey, and clean dawn. So ahead, the council chambers appear. The chamber is not built from stone. It is formed from consciousness, geometry, sunlight, and living sound. Vast columns rise like rays of the sun made solid. The floor is transparent gold crystal, beneath which galaxies turn slowly in silence. Around the chamber are 7 great windows, and each one holds a ray of the sacred spectrum that we cross to arrive here tonight. At the center of the chamber stands a luminous scale. Beside it waits the feather of an orphan angel. The feather is long, radiant, and impossibly delicate. It glows with white golden light, yet within it move every color of the spectrum. It does not judge, it reveals. It does not condemn, it measures harmony, truth, sincerity, compassion, courage, and the willingness of the soul to evolve. One by one, we step forward. Our hearts are not removed, harmed, or exposed in fear. Instead, the energetic signature of each one of our hearts appears as a golden sphere of light before the scale. Within each heart light are memories, burdens, dreams, grief, love, mistakes, victories, wounds, and moments where we kept going even when we were tired. The heart is placed upon one side of the scale. The orifin feather rests upon the other. The chamber becomes silent. The council watches with perfect compassion. If the heart feels heavy, it is not because the soul has failed. It is because there are burdens the soul no longer needs to carry. Old pain, inherited fear, shame, illness contracts, survival vows, grief, resentment, exhaustion, and limitations begin rising like shadows made visible. The council speaks without words. You have carried what was never meant to become your identity. You have learned through pain, but pain does not need to remain your teacher forever. You may keep the wisdom without keeping the wound. Let your heart become light. Let it begin to soften. As the snowy owl releases once again its violet light over the mind, clearing the rest of the distortion. And the white stag places indigo light upon the soul's path, restoring its direction. And the whale sings blue currents through the emotional body, releasing grief. The wolf breathes green light into the heart, restoring belonging. The lion radiates yellow courage into the whale. The dragon burns orange fire through the old contracts and energetic chains. The phoenix releases red gold flame into the body, restoring life force. So let your heart grow lighter as the scales balance and the feather of the Orifim angel shines. Each one of us here is presented with our soul contracts. They now start to appear as scrolls of living light suspended before us. Some are golden, some are silver, some are blue, violet, green, or rose. Each contract contains symbols, memories, agreements, lessons, patterns, relationship, obligations, vows, and timelines the soul has carried, and they seem infinite, like they will never end. Some were chosen before birth. Some were inherited. Some were formed through trauma. Some were made unconsciously through fear. Some were once useful but have now expired. So the great council of light asks us to speak. Speak to us now. Be brief. Let us know what you have been through. Speak of the pain that you have quietly carried. Speak of the illnesses and limitations that have shaped your days. Speak of the patterns that you have repeated without knowing why. Speak of the grief, the exhaustion, the confusion, the moments of feeling alone, and the moments when we still continue to choose love. Speak of what you are ready to release. Speak of what you are ready to become. The council listens to you now and trust that absolutely nothing is dismissed. Absolutely nothing is mocked. Absolutely nothing is minimized. Every tear becomes a star in this chamber. Every honest words become a key. Every release becomes a doorway. As your contracts are now assessed, the council separates what still is sacred from what is complete. They identify the lessons that we have learned. They identify the vows that no longer serve. They identify the agreements made from fear, pain, survival, guilt, and inherited burdens. They identify the places where illness, limitation, and all identity have been treated as permanent law, even though they were only temporary patterns. So now the council lifts the first contract. It contains the agreements with illness and pain. The dragon steps forward and the council says, the wisdom may remain. The suffering does not need to bind you. The contract dissolves into the orange light. The lessons return to the soul as strength, compassion, and discernment. The pain is released into the continuum. The council lifts the contract as it burns. So now the second contract appears before us. It contains agreements with fear, silence, and self-limitation. The golden lion steps forward and the council says, your voice is part of your medicine. Your courage is part of your healing. This contract dissolves into the yellow light. The fear is released into the continuum. The wisdom returns as confidence, spiritual authority, and sacred presence. So the council allows the second contract to burn. And as it does, the third contract appears before us, containing grief, emotional heaviness, and old sorrow. The whale steps forward and the council says, what was loved is never lost. What was heavy may now become water again. So the contract dissolves into the blue light. The grief is released into the continuum. And the wisdom returns as tenderness, depth, and emotional freedom. So the contract dissolves, and the fourth contract appears before us. This one contains fragmentation, loneliness, and separation from belonging. So the wolf steps forward, and the council says, you are not outside the circle, you are part of it. So allow the contract to burn and dissolve into the green light. And as it does, separation is released into the continuum. The wisdom returns as trust, connection, and inner wholeness. And as the contract dissolves, the fifth contract appears. This one contains confusion, spiritual fog, and distorted perception. The snowy owl steps forward and the council says, truth does not need force. It only needs clear sight. So the contract dissolves into the violet light. Illusion is released into the continuum. The wisdom returns as vision, clarity, and discernment. And as it dissolves, the sixth contract appears. This one contains loss of direction, wandering, and divided intention. The white stag steps forward and the council says, the path was never gone. It was waiting for your return. So the contract dissolves into the indigo light. A misalignment is released into the continuum. The wisdom returns as purpose, guidance, and the soul's direction. So as it dissolves, the seventh contract appears. This one contains old identity, exhaustion, and cycles that have ended but remain attached. So the phoenix steps forward and the council says, you are allowed to rise without carrying the ashes. Allow the contract to dissolve into the red golden light. This old cycle is released into the continuum, and the wisdom is returned to you as renewal, vitality, and rebirth. Now the continuum opens. It appears as a vast river of luminous time flowing behind the council chambers. It is not the past, present, or future alone. It is all movement, all becoming, and all memory returning to the source of transformation. So together, we release what is complete into the continuum. We're not throwing anything away. We are returning it to the greater intelligence of life. So let every burden become light. Every chain become sound. Every wound become information. And every old contract become a liberated frequency that returns us to the whole. Then the great council of light gathers closer, and specific messages begin to come through. Some messages are words. Some are received as color. Some are received as warmth in the heart. Some are received as symbols, animal, a memory, a face, a sensation, a knowing, or a quiet instruction. The council speaks into the chamber now and says your healing must be embodied, not just understood. Your insight must become practice. Your heart must remain open without becoming unprotected. Your gifts must be guided by discernment, and your pain must no longer be used as proof of identity. Your purpose will clarify through alignment, not force. Your body is not separate from your spirit. Your emotions are not obstacles, they are messengers. Your light must be grounded. Your path must be walked in one truthful step at a time. Then each one of us here tonight receives a direction. Some of us are guided to rest. Some of us are guided to speak. Some of us are guided to forgive. Some of us are guided to create. Some of us are guided to cleanse. And some of us are guided to listen. Some of us are guided to return to our bodies. Some of us are guided to stop negotiating with anything that drains our life force. And some of us are guided to trust the signs that we have already received. And lastly, some of us are guided to let the old role die so the true self can emerge into the new world. So the council places its blessing upon us all tonight. A radiant seal appears above each one of our hearts, shaped from the colors of the full spectrum: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red spiral into white golden light. This seal does not bind us. It merely reminds us. It holds the memory of what we have released, what we have reclaimed, and what must now be lived. The orphan feather rises from the scale. It passes gently before each one of our hearts, where it touches the air, and the heart becomes lighter, clearer, and more honest. The council now says, go forward with humility, go forward with courage, go forward with the wisdom that you have earned, go forward without carrying what has been released. So the solar Arboretum gate begins to glow behind us. The council steps aside, forming a path of light as we turn around and we return. Our 7 animal companions gather close to us, still carrying their blessings. The snowy owl above us, the white stag before us, the whale singing through the unseen waters, the wolf beside us, the lion guarding the heart, the dragon watching the threshold, the phoenix burning softly overhead, and the great council of light directs us back through the gate. We bow in gratitude. We turn toward the luminous doorway. And with our hearts lighter, our contracts renewed, Our spirits blessed, we pass back through the solar Arboretum gate to begin the journey home. But as we re-enter the golden egg vessel, we immediately realize that it is no longer the same vessel that carried us upward. Something has changed. The interior now responds directly to our renewed consciousness. The walls glow more brightly as though recognizing the lighter frequency that our hearts hold. The crystalline architecture has become softer and more alive, flowing almost like liquid light rather than fixed structure. The windows no longer merely reveal the cosmos outside of us. Now they reveal the cosmos within us as well. As we walk through the vessel, some windows show stars and galaxies. Others now show moments from our own lives transformed through higher understanding. Places where pain once existed now appear surrounded by compassion. Moments of survival now reveal hidden strength. Old wounds now radiate lessons and wisdom rather than heaviness. The electromagnetic spectrum flows throughout the vessel in perfect harmony now. Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red currents spiral together through the halls like living rivers of consciousness. The vessel hums slowly, or softly rather, almost as if singing in gratitude for the work completed within the upper world. The great central column of light begins slowly descending through the 7 levels. The return journey has begun. As we descend through the 7th gate, the chamber glows with radiant red gold fire. The phoenix stands before us, waiting before us, wings spread wide like living sunrise. We bow deeply before the phoenix now, and we thank it for the gift of renewal, courage and rebirth, and sacred transformation. It now lowers its head gently towards us and speaks. Do not return to the ashes searching for who you used to be. The old fire has become its work. Carry the flame forward now as living light. A single red golden feather drifts towards into the hands of each participant before the phoenix dissolves into radiant sparks of rainbow fire that rise upward into the vessel's ceiling, like stars returning to heaven. As we descend through the 6th gate, the chamber before us becomes filled with radiant orange current, flowing like sacred creative fire. The dragon waits upon a great spiral platform of luminous geometry. We bow deeply before the dragon, and we thank it for helping us release these contracts, limitations, inherited burdens, and energetic chains. So the dragon gazes into each one of our souls and speaks. Transformation is not becoming something unnatural. It is removing what prevented us from our true nature, from what prevented our true nature from emerging. So the dragon exhales one final stream of orange emerald flame across the chamber. It does not burn, it strengthens. Then it folds its wing and dissolves into streams of luminous symbols and geometric light. As we descend through the 5th gate, golden sunlight floods the vessel once more. The golden lion waits in stillness beside a field of radiant solar fire. We bow before the lion, and we thank it for the gifts that it has bestowed upon us. The lion steps forward now and says, "Never confuse gentleness with weakness. The strongest heart is the one that remains open after surviving darkness." The lion touches the center of the vessel floor with its paw. Golden light ripples outward through every participant one final time. Then the lion turns and walks peacefully into the solar horizon until it becomes pure sunlight itself. As we descend through the 4th gate, the vessel becomes immersed in emerald green harmony and soft silver mist. The wolf waits beside a luminous forest pathway. We bow deeply before the wolf and thank it for restoring our connection. It walks slowly amongst us and speaks and says, "You were never truly abandoned. Even in your darkest moments, the soul remembered the path home." So the wolf gently touches each one of us with its nose or paw, strengthening the silver thread of sacred connection within the spirit. And then it disappears silently into the emerald mists. As we descend through the third gate, cosmic blue waters begin flowing through the chamber once again, and the great whale rises through the air beneath a ceiling filled with stars. We bow deeply before the whale, and we thank it for helping us release. The whale sings softly one final time, and its song moves through the entire vessel like a blessing of peace. And it says, "What is truly love can never be separated from you. Love changes form, but it does not disappear." So the blue sphere within every one of us glows brighter now. Then the whale slowly descends into luminous cosmic waters below the transparent floor and vanishes into starlight. As we descend through the second gate, indigo light fills the vessel once more. The white stag becomes it waits beneath us with crystalline trees glowing with deep celestial wisdom, and we bow deeply before the white stag. We thank it for restoring sacred direction and alignment with the soul's path. The stag lowers his radiant antlers towards us and speaks. It says, "The soul's path is not found through force. It reveals itself through alignment, honesty, and presence." So the crystalline seed within each one of us pulses softly with indigo light. Then the white stag turns gracefully and walks back into the luminous forest until it becomes one with the trees themselves. Now we descend through the first gate. The chambers become quiet and filled with soft violet silver light. The snowy owl waits high above us upon an archway of stars. We bow deeply before the owl, and we thank it for the gift of sight, of clear sight. It spreads its vast wings one final last time and speaks. It says, "Protect your perception carefully. What you repeatedly place your attention upon becomes part of your inner sky." So the violet feather within each one of us glows brightly now. Then the owl ascends upward into the luminous darkness until only its silver light eyes remain visible for a moment among the stars before disappearing completely. Now the vessel begins its final ascent. The seven frequencies merge into one flowing rainbow current surrounding us completely. Notice the windows are slowly transitioning from stars and galaxy back to the roots of the great axis mundi. At last, the golden egg vessel gently settles once more beside the great cosmic tree. The entrance unfolds before us. And as it does, golden letters say, "You can now exit. Step outside." So as we do, the roots of the axis mundi glow softly beneath our feet. The immense world tree hums with ancient life and sacred intelligence. The stars above move slowly through the branches like rivers of light. Waiting before us once more is the great cosmic goose. Its feathers shimmer with opal gold, silver white, and rainbow reflections moving through every layer of light. Its immense eyes radiate tenderness, wisdom, and ancient knowing. So it approaches us slowly. Then it opens its wings. From beneath them appears countless luminous gifts, each unique to the soul that is meant to receive it. So we are invited to step forward inwardly and receive this gift now. So now, each one of us receives something different. And as we do, we pause and we breathe. And we allow the vision to form naturally within our inner eye. We thank the goose for the gift. We notice its color, the shape, the feeling, and the meaning, and allow ourselves to receive it fully. So the goose lowers his head and places before us a luminous crystalline compass formed from rotating golden and sapphire geometry. As its center floats, a living sphere of rainbow light constantly shifting through the full electromagnetic spectrum. And it says this compass does not point north. It points towards coherence, towards alignment between consciousness, heart, spirit, knowledge, intuition, and truth. Around its rings move sacred symbols, stars, geometric harmonics, and living frequencies. It continuously adjusts itself depending upon the state of the observer. And the goose says, this is the compass of harmonic continuance. It will help you control your path. It will help you remain aligned while you walk it. It will help you when confusion appears. It will help you when fear returns to the heart. When distortion appears, it will return you to clearer sight. And when fragmentation appears, it will return you to your center. The path ahead will not unfold through force alone, but through resonance with what is true. The compass enters your heart and becomes part of your energetic field now. The goose bows, and together we now offer gratitude. We thank the great Axis Mundi for allowing us to pass between the worlds. We thank the great cosmic goose for carrying us within the sacred vessel and for the gifts that we receive tonight. We thank the great council of light. We thank the Orifine feather for revealing truth without judgment. We thank the sacred electromagnetic spectrum and its living frequencies of consciousness. We thank the snowy owl, the white stag, the whale, the wolf, the lion, the dragon, and the phoenix for their blessings, teachings, and companionship. We thank our guides, ancestors, helping spirits, and all benevolent beings who walk beside us tonight. And we thank every soul who journeyed here with us, together in sincerity, courage, openness, and trust. As the ceremony gently closes, all of us may continue feeling the effects of this journey over the coming days. You may notice vivid dreams, emotional releases, increased intuition, synchronicities, deeper clarity, unusual peace, moments of exhaustion followed by renewal, or shifts in awareness and perspective. So allow yourself to be gentle. Drink some water and rest when needed. Spend time in nature if possible, and pay attention to life. Do not rush to explain everything immediately. Let yourself integrate everything that happens naturally and organically. And most importantly, remember that the journey does not end because the vision ends. The real journey begins when the wisdom is received and carried into our daily lives with honesty, balance, courage, and compassion. So now, with gratitude in our hearts, we slowly return to awareness, return to our bodies, return to our breath, and to the earth beneath us, carrying the blessings of the upper world within us as a living light. So thank you.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. A little longer than 1 hour, but not much.
Beautiful. Just the intricate details and all of the descriptions that you put into it, it was phenomenal. So
Thank you.
very honored to have you and appreciative of the time that you put into this. And I know that we will have other people monitors on the replay, but grateful. And Miguel is going to be doing these every Friday night from 7 to 8 as our Mystic Movement. And we will also be here this Monday to offer our pet Reiki and pet intuitive readings, $20 each here in the store, and they are amazing. So if you want to know what your current pet has to say, pet cat, give them some energy, we will be here for that as well. And Damiana Vargas will be here tomorrow as well this afternoon to see our awakening, with Shamanic Empress. And she will be here in the store doing art readings and tarot readings by Waldy. And again, $20 for your little segment. We're here in the store tomorrow, 10:30 to 5. The car show is going on tomorrow in downtown San Jose, New York. And Sunday we were here 12 to 5.
Yay, thank you so much for showing up. Blessings to all of you. And please share if you enjoyed. Have a good one. Namaste.
Bye.